In this next section, I will be talking about a very important topic, which is AI safety. I know a lot of people are worried about it. What is it doing under the hood? What is happening with the data we send ChatGPT? And what can we even do if there's anything we could do about it? Okay, let's talk about what can go wrong, starting with the tech itself. LLMs are powerful, but they come with real risks we can't ignore. First, hallucinations. This is when the model confidently generates information that's completely false without knowing it. In legal work, that can mean citing non-existent laws or inventing client facts. There are some pretty notorious examples outside law, actually, of Google AI saying that it is okay to eat rocks or put glue in your pizza and just like other absurd stuff. So all the output that's generated from AI models has to be verified. Second, bias. AI can absorb patterns from the training data, including harmful ones. So if the data is skewed by gender, race, nationality, the model's outputs can reflect that, even if we don't intend it. And that brings us to fairness. When AI is used in legal work, we have to ask, is it treating clients equitably? Are some people getting better answers than others based on who they are, maybe based on the name they have or how their case is framed? These problems usually stem from how LLMs are trained. They're built on massive data sets scraped from the internet, which include everything from gold standard legal resources to Reddit posts to misinformation and fake articles. And the fact is that these models don't really know the difference. So they just spit out the answers like confidently, and we have to deal with the consequences and make sure that they're correct. In law, this isn't academic. A hallucinated case citation in a court filing, for example, can get lawyers sanctioned. A biased AI-generated support letter could tank a petition without lawyers realizing why. These risks show up fast and matter deeply. And here's the twist. The government is using AI too. For example, USCIS runs plagiarism checks on written consent. They want to know if petitions or support letters look auto-generated, templated, or copied. They're comparing filings against each other and against past cases. And if the AI-generated content contains inaccurate or false information, even by accident, it is still your responsibility as a legal professional. The government doesn't care if it came from ChatGPT. The most immediate risk is simple: denial. If the facts don't check out or the content reads as boilerplate or not credible, the petition can get rejected outright. And worse, if the information is found to be false after approval, USCIS can reopen the case and revoke the person's status. That means their visa, work authorization, or even green card could be taken away. So the stakes are high, not just for your clients, but for your practice. Using AI in law requires careful oversight. Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about what are some good practices to safely use AI. One of the most common questions we hear from our attorneys is, if I put client information into ChatGPT, where does it go? Can someone else see it? Is it safe? These are the right questions to ask. So first, understand what happens to your data. When you use a tool like ChatGPT or another AI assistant, your inputs may be stored, logged, or reviewed internally by the operating company, in this case OpenAI, unless you opt out or use a version with strict privacy guarantees. Always ask, is my data being saved? For how long? Who has access to it? You should know what you're agreeing to before entering anything client related. And you should choose a tool that best suits your needs. Second, avoid tools that use your data for training or make it public. Many consumer-facing tools train their models using user data, often by default. That means your prompts or even fragments of client information could be used to improve future versions of the system. If you're using AI in a legal workflow, that's usually a deal breaker. Look for an explicit opt-out, or better yet, just choose tools that don't use your data for training at all. Third point, know where your data is stored and which privacy laws apply. Not all data is treated equally. Where your data is stored, the jurisdiction matters a lot. Data stored in the US falls under different rules than data stored in Europe or elsewhere. Fourth point, good AI tools should employ strong security practices. Encryption both in transit and at rest. Data isolation is equally important. Your firm's data should be siloed and not lumped in with others. There should be clear access controls, so only authorized parties can ever touch your data. If your firm wants tighter control, you might even explore on-premise or on-prem or private cloud deployments where the AI system is hosted within your own infrastructure or on a server you manage. That way, the data never leaves your environment. And if you want more information about this, you could always reach out to us and we can chat more. Make sure the AI tool complies with regulations, whether it's HIPAA, GDPR, or state-level privacy laws like CCPA. Even if you're not working with medical or biometric data, these laws often influence what's considered good data hygiene. So the security practices that they employ are usually pretty strict and good for the data itself. Legal tech providers should be able to speak clearly about this type of information. So when in doubt, contact the provider's security or support team. Every credible AI vendor should be able to explain how they handle your data. And if they can't or won't, that's probably not the tool that you want in your firm's workflow. At Lawgical, we know that immigration attorneys handle incredibly sensitive data: passport, visas, I-94s, social security numbers, etc. And protecting this information isn't optional. That's why we designed Lawgical from the ground up with privacy, data security, and compliance at the core. We do not use your data to train any models. We follow strong security practices. We have a page on that you can check out. And we're building infrastructure that supports compliance with key US data protection laws with the goal of supporting international regulations as we continue growing. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for attending our session today. Please reach out to us if your firm uses proprietary technology and wants to add AI capabilities, or if you currently use a CMS and are looking to either migrate from it or integrate Lawgical with it. You can email us at hello@lawgical.app